Hello, good morning or good evening, depending where you are right now. Welcome, everyone. I see familiar names. Good morning. Yes. Glad you're here. If it's first time, it's never too late to start, and we're starting as well. So today is meeting number 4. You can watch a recording for our previous meetings. I hope they will be useful for you. Today we have a big topic: emotions and feelings. Everybody is talking how important they are, and we rarely understand the difference between them. So today we are going to talk about them. So good day. We're still waiting, and I want to start with the practice and do theory later, because I tried to do it different way with Russian group, and it's hard to handle so much information. So I prepared some slides for you so we can see it later. But creating the vision is much easier to digest such information. Everyone is talking about emotions. Everybody is talking how important to be in connection with your feelings. And we will briefly review why. It still be briefly, even it will be at least an hour meeting, but because it's so deep and it's affecting our life. Emotions from Spanish is translated as emovere. I don't know if I pronounce it well, but this is what motivates you to move, what motivates you to do some activity. Without emotions, and again, the word emotions, motion is action, how they really motivate us to do anything in life. With zero emotions, there will be no activity. So if you have it doesn't matter if you have positive or negative emotions, they always motivates you to do something. With the much worse situation when you have no emotions at all. So there is depression, when we feel down, when we don't want to do anything. This is when our emotions become very dull. So we are going to look at the image of our self representation and how we are connected with our feelings and with our emotions. The only thing that is very important to understand that there is no good or bad emotions or feelings. They serve their purpose. And if you feel that fear is a bad emotions are their intention is to mobilize your body and deliver the message. Emotions is your language, how you communicate with other people, how you tell them that your needs are satisfied or not satisfied. And emotions have a very strong accumulation of energy in your body. So it helps us move. It helps us to escape danger. It motivates us to do something exciting in our life. So they need to be used and experienced outside as well. So it's very important to understand there is no good or bad emotions. If you try to suppress your anger or fear or any other emotions like grief, sadness, sorrow, wonder, it's usually creates artificial reactions to life, and people cannot see your true expressions, your true state, and they cannot trust you. So when we look in the theater or movies, or when actors behave artificially, we don't trust them. There is no value in the message they try to deliver. But because words can tell you just a little bit. The rest will tell your face, your body, your smell, your activity, your action, expressions, like how you move, how you use your face to deliver the message. So there's no good or bad. Emotions and feelings can exist at the same time, parallel, and could be completely opposite. For example, you can love your child unconditionally, and you're sure that you love him or her. But when they do something drastic, like break a car or behave, there could be anger, there could be some fear existing parallel, and it's, you don't have to choose, okay, so at this moment, if I'm angry, I cannot love you. It's actually, you can accept both of them because they're different. There is a consistent love, and there is an emotional delivering the message that you did something wrong and I am angry right now. So if you tried to blame yourself that, oh, I should love my son, oh, I should love my child, why should I be angry? It's inappropriate for mother. I cannot behave like this. I cannot feel like this. You create this guilt and shame, and it will be disconnecting you from love, actually. So you need to accept them both. So the second very important common thing for both of them, they can exist parallel and they can be opposite. For example, the person starts getting very angry, defending his property or I don't know, or maybe the angry against because he has some action needed to be done right now. But deeply inside, he can experience fear. He can be scared of anything that can happen to his family or can happen to his property. So the fear and anger could be opposite feeling and emotions, but they can be expressed or experienced at the same time. So we don't have to choose between feelings and emotions. They can exist at the same time and they can be opposite. So it's very important. And one more, that none of them, no emotions, no feelings, cannot be controlled. This is your physical reaction to the situations. Like emotions is a physical reactions. Feelings you cannot control as well. You can try to freeze them, you can try to suppress them. How we express them, it's another question. We can learn how to behave and how to deliver the message of your emotions. But usually it's still people cannot hold 100% of their emotions, especially when something happens suddenly and you can be scared or you could be surprised. You can still see this reaction in the people, and it's very important to be sincere, because in most conflicts, especially between husband and wife, how sincerely you deliver the message. Do you keep secret from each other? Do you keep you hiding your emotions or feelings from each other? Because without sincerity, without expressing your emotions, there will be no trust, there will be no sincere communication. So in most cases, most of our problems can be resolved if we really authentically delivered our emotional state, our emotional message. But of course, we live in society. We don't want to be as an emotional bomb when throw in tantrums every time something happens. We need to learn how to behave. But again, the behavior is not about controlling emotions or feelings. It's about appropriately deliver the message to the society. So you keep in the communication, so you don't offend anybody. Okay, so I see we have enough people to start, and I want to start with the practice. So we just discussed 3 common things that are affecting both emotions and feelings, but about the difference, I want to do it after we do this beautiful visualization, or you can call it meditation, but I call it the journey to the universe, and see and learn something new about ourselves. So are we ready? Are we ready to go on a journey? I hope you are. There is a little bit delay between my questions and chat. So please give me some plus or yes, so we can start. So we can be at the same page. Okay, hello. Thank you for joining. Yeah, good morning. Ready, good, everybody's ready. So before we go, I want you to feel grounded, because there will be a lot of energy in this journey. There will be, could be emotional journey, because we will learn something new about ourselves. So let's do put your feet on the ground, make sure they're on the ground, just feel the texture. It's always, I start with this simple exercise, feel the texture of your floor. If you wear socks, feel the texture of your socks, the temperature, is it solid or is it soft? Just you can move a little bit with your toes and see how you feel. Feel the support of your floor. Feel the support of the earth. Feel the support of the chair or place where you're sitting, laying down, and just experience your body. You can take a deep inhale through your feet and exhale through your crown chakra. If you need more air, you can inhale with your open mouth through your feet and exhale through your crown chakra. Just allow this energy move through your body. And we can you can close your eyes. And with each inhale, you collect some light. And with exhale, you're creating a bubble around your body. Like you're creating this spaceship around you, this balloon of light that will carry on you to beautiful, magical places. This balloon is getting bigger. Your body is getting lighter. And it starts moving up in the air, in the atmosphere of the earth. It goes higher and higher, deeper in space. You can look at the Mother Earth and just remember, what can you see? How beautiful is this planet? How different It has nature, oceans and continents. And for increasing speed, if you need to speed up or slow down, you can do it with your breathing. Deep inhale, and you exhale light, creating stronger and bigger balloon around your body. The whole universe is open in front of you. We can go wherever we want. And I invite you to discover and explore something new, some new planet that nobody else has seen before. Just create an intention for yourself that you want to find a new, beautiful planet. Something unique and different from the rest of the universe. Or the same as the universe, just something beautiful. And when you find such planet, let's get closer to it. And you are a scientist, you're exploring. There is nothing you need to change at this planet. You just need to look at it and remember for yourself. Remember the size, the shape, do you see? You can get closer, you can travel around the planet. Does this planet created of water, or it has water and continents? Or maybe it's a gas planet. What is the climate on the planet? Does it have a different climate? You know, like a North Pole and South Pole could be frozen, or maybe it consistent, and every part of this planet has the same climate. What is the outline of the solid surface? Does it have mountains, volcanoes, or maybe some deep oceans? Just explore. Does this planet have any satellites? Any moons? Any other planets? Does it have an atmosphere? How strong is magnetic field of this planet? What is the gravity of this planet? What are the most common colors of this planet? What is the volcanic activity on the planet? Does it have a solid crust? Or everything is hidden under the water? Do you have any trees or life? How far is this planet from the star? It belongs to some kind of system. How far is it from the star? Does it have enough light? Does it have enough heat, warmth? And when we explored all this beautiful outside, what we can see on the planet, we have this unique ability to scan and see what is inside of this planet. We already explored atmosphere, we already explored crust. Let's see how big is the level of magma. Is it active? Is it liquid, fluid? Does it have access to the surface? Does it nourish the surface of the planet? Is there any exchange of the energy and heat between magma and surface? And we go deeper, explore the planet deeper, and we can look at the core of the planet. Core of the planet. What do you see? Is it solid or is it liquid? The core of the planet creates electromagnetic field and protection around the planet. Does this core has enough power to do it? Does it exchange energy with magma and surface? Do you feel the support of the core to the surface? Or maybe your planet is unique and it does not have any core. Just observe it. And we go a little bit deeper. And inside of the core, there is a center. It's like an engine, inner star, inner heart of the planet with a beautiful, clean energy. What do you feel about this energy? Is it encapsulated inside of the planet, or it shines through the core, through the magma, through the crust of the planet? Does it have access to the surface? This energy of the heart of the planet. And just look at the proportions about energy exchange between all the layers of the planet. We have the center of the planet, the core, the magma, the crust, and atmosphere. Is there anything else you want to explore or observe? What is the temperature on the surface? Does it have any rotation? What is the speed on the surface? Or maybe there are different speed. Maybe there is a different speed in the core, in the magma, and on the surface, completely different speed. And our journey is getting closer to the end. We think the planet, it's a living being, it's a living entity. Maybe you can notice what this planet needs, and you can wish to this planet this important elements, maybe some warmth or water, or maybe some living or action activity. Like, just observe. Create this gratitude. Be thankful. And we are coming back. Your beautiful light balloon takes you to the solar system very fast, without any delays. It's getting closer to the planet Earth. Look at the Earth. We're getting back to the place where you're living, to your country, to your city, to your house. And we're coming back completely to your body. Just feel your came back. You feel the texture of the floor. You feel the support of the chair. You can touch your body, your shoulders, your hands, your arms, your face. Just make sure that your consciousness completely occupies the body. This is the only way we can live, when our consciousness, our soul completely occupies the body. And let me know that you're back. Just type back or plus. And I invite you on a piece of paper, just draw 5 circles. Just 5 circles inside each other. Like, you can start from the smallest one or from the biggest one. Okay. Welcome back. How was your journey? Was it magical? Or was it scary? It usually feels exciting. Travel in the universe at such speeds. Welcome, welcome. Again, I invite you, before we forget something, on the piece of paper, just draw 5 circles, one inside of another, like different layers, 5 circles, 5 layers of the planet. And we will review each layer. What does it mean? And I hope you will learn something about yourself. Beautiful, magical, good. Was it beautiful planet? Was it an interesting, beautiful, good? Each planet is very beautiful. Magical, everything was peaceful and harmonious. Nice, nice. Okay, so again, I keep inviting you to draw 5 circles, and because I'm switching my screen to show you some slides that I've prepared for you. Okay, I used new technologies, whiteboard and Zoom, so it's not a masterpiece, but I hope you will see everything you need to see. Okay, and beautiful crystal planet. Interesting. Was it crystal clear or was it opaque? What kind of crystals? So on the planet, this is my vision of emotions and feelings. There are different schools that teach traditional ways of emotions and feelings and how they interact, but I love this concept. Some of it I took from my teacher, some of it I did it a little bit different, because I believe that the heart of the planet, the very small center of this is the soul, our creative impulse. And this is what is, if we talk that humans was created by the same as a creator, this is the spark of the creator, our creation, our creativity, which happens at the time of the conceiving. You have mama, you have mother, you have dad, they create your body and many other things, but at the same, you have this beautiful impulse from the creator that gives you this beautiful body, it gives soul. And this is what can connect you to the sun, what can connect you to the higher consciousness. So it's a drop from the ocean of the divine creativity. And this is your inner sun. This is your inner engine that will want to be expressed outside. It's holding your core. It's holding everything that inside of yourself. The planet, of course, representing you. But again, inside, is it trapped, or has this exchange? Does it radiate through those different layers outside, so other planets and other systems can even notice it and be around it in a comfortable way? So this is inner creative impulse that is hidden inside of your planet, inside of you. Freud called it libido, but because it's not just sexual energy, the libido is a desire to live and continue living in your children, in your creations, in your communications, in your relationships. It could be, it's the same energy that drives your sexual desires and arousal. It's the same arousal that motivates you to create something. It's to write a poem, to draw a painting, or create a house, create children, it's the same desire to express your creativity outside. So this is a point of view I want to discuss. Around the soul, we have the core, our feelings. Notice how intimate they are, how hidden they are from outside. Nobody really can see them. We don't want to share them with strangers. We usually show and share our deep feelings only with people who are closer to us, our family, our people who we deeply love and trust, because feelings supposed to be private. We don't go outside and start screaming in every corner, oh, I'm so in grief, or I'm so in love, or some complex feelings that are hidden inside. This is something that's supposed to be hidden. But again, there is an energy exchange between your creative impulse, your feelings and emotions. Next layer, magma, this liquid, active matter that very hot, very active. This is what creates emotions. This is the layer of emotions. They are already closer to outside. They're supposed to be expressed outside. And they need to be, the actions are much faster. Like in the core, everything is slowed down. There is much more peace, much more, sometimes it could be even solid. So there is no movement even there, but emotions are much more active and they can be expressed. And through your next layer, body, you can express emotions outside and deliver the message to the world, or you can experience emotions in your body. Your heartbeat may start be faster, you start, inside could be some experiences, like sometimes you feel like butterflies in your tummy, or you can start sweating, or you can start trembling. Your body can process some emotions as well. And if you don't express them outside, it's such a big responsibility for body to process all of them. So we don't want to overwork our body. We want to express some of the emotions, not necessarily feelings, to outside. As you see, the feelings and emotions could exist parallel, and they could be opposite because they are like kind of on a different level. Usually feelings are very complex and they may be reflected outside through different emotions. For example, if you're grieving, it could be anger, it could be fear about yourself, it could be some relaxation, like less responsibility, some relief when people are dying, especially like if there are sick people are dying. So there could be very complex feelings. Emotions are much simpler. They expressed, they could be named with one word. And I'll show you, next slide will be about the table, the difference between emotions and feelings. So it creates a little bit more structure for you. But I want you to remember the image, the body is our crust. What is the different climate on the planet? The climate and atmosphere is creating our behavior. This is what was we learned from our parents, from our culture, from the country where we're living, from education system. So everything impacts our behavior, how we behave, and use our body to deliver emotional message in the communication, in the relationship. There are some rare situations when this beautiful core is missing, or it's so solid, there is no energy exchange between all these layers. And in this case, if this core is gone, the electromagnetic field is gone. The electromagnetic field of the planet is creating protection from all this mass that's happening in the universe. There is always asteroids, there is comets, there are different planets. So there is many different objects in the universe that can hit your planet. But this protection, it creates safety, your own safety. And if you are in contact with your feelings, the safety is bigger, the protection is bigger. When you know exactly what you want, what you feel, nobody else can push you around and motivate you to do something that you don't want, or that's something that you are not prepared for. So this core, our strong inner connection with our feelings, our knowing of what I want peace, I want safety, I want something else, can be very important to have this magnetic field around ourselves. And of course, it creates gravity. It attracts other people. It attracts other planets closer to you. It impacts other planets, depending on the size and on the activity on your planet. It could be very small, very intense, like a Pluto. And of course, everybody else will be affected because it's just such an intensity of it. Or you could be big and relaxed and there is so much activity, but the bigness will create this impact to others. Okay, let me switch the screen and we will talk just a little bit about the difference. Okay, I hope I spelled everything correctly. So the first three statements, this is we already reviewed about what is the same for emotions and feelings. There is no such thing as bad or good emotions or feelings. They all serve our purposes. The only scary thing that could be about their intensity, when we have too intense emotions or too intense feelings. And in this case, we need to learn how to deliver them in a gentle way. So do not distract relationship, but nourish them and continue to have a relationship with people in society. Second is emotions and feelings just need our acceptance. We need to name them. But it's very interesting that when we name emotions, it's only one word is enough to describe it. Anger, disgust, shame, joy, wonderment, or in any other emotions. When we discussed feelings, it's much complex. Instead of one word, you will need the whole poem. If you remember, writers, they write pages to describe love, or they describe sadness. So but still you can recognize them and name them. After you name your emotions, after you define them, they usually can be relaxed and not agitating you, not surprise you at some unusual moment, unexpected moment. And the number 3 that is common, emotions and feelings can exist simultaneously and differ from one another. So they can be in parallel levels and they can be opposite from each other. So this was something common, that's something that united. So now about the differences. So on the left column are emotions, on the right are feelings. This, first of all, it's how long they are. The emotions are always very short. It takes seconds or minutes to deliver the emotion. And this is because it needs to accumulate so much energy to mobilize your body for action. Again, emotion. It needs to do some activity. So the emotion, you need to run, you need to freeze, you need to fight. And this is creates some intensity, so you can mobilize yourself and your body to do some actions to protect you. Feelings could last for years. You can grieving for years, you can feel love for years. You cannot just like, today I love you, tomorrow I will not love you. So it will take a longer time to process emotion, feelings, and it will create a longer, you need more energy to handle the emotions. And it should be more like steady. And of course, from the first step, because the first are very short, this emotions are short, feelings are long. This is what reflected in our amplitude. Okay, so misspelled a little bit. High amplitude of experience. Like emotions are like usually there is some high point, like when I'm very angry, or when I'm very joyful, or when I'm very sad, and it's lower, drop down, and we can relax. It again, it requires so much energy. We cannot handle so much energy. The nature is very pragmatic, and it holds shorter distances, shorter terms for high changes. So high amplitude of experience for emotions, and more stable, more relaxed, more steady amplitude for feelings. The next difference, emotions, as you've seen, they are external. They are meant to be expressed. This is the language we use to deliver messages to other people. This is like, I'm angry at you. You did something wrong. You overstepped my boundaries. You need to, another person needs to understand it. And, or I'm joyful. You did something nice. You satisfy my needs. I'm happy with this. So this is a language we use to deliver and communicate in relationships. Feelings are more internal and private. They're hidden inside of us. We want to keep them hidden. We get upset sometimes when somebody guessed or talk about our feelings. If they really recognize that you are deeply in love with someone, we don't and talk about it, like gossiping about it, it will be very upsetting for us. And it will be because it's something private, something we keep very close to our soul, very close to our heart. So external, internal. Emotions, spontaneous, instinctive, like we cannot, like they happen suddenly. And if we allow yourself to be spontaneous in emotion, this is when people say, oh, this person is very sincere. Maybe too much. But again, we want to be spontaneous. We want to be present at now, so we can experience those emotions. Feelings are different. They're induced. They result of something, like of longer experiences, of longer relationships. Like they almost like many layers of experiences and different flavors of that experience. So that's what makes them more interesting, more concentrated, more sometimes even solid. Number 5, emotions always addressed to a specific person or thing. You can be angry only at somebody, or you can be angry or you can fear dog, or you can be joyful because somebody is shows you or some made you laugh or happy. So it's always addressed. Like if you know, if you experience something and it's addressed to somebody, this is usually emotion. But for feelings, there is some, it could be some addressment, but it can project into the world. For example, if you said, the whole world become dull, it's become gloomy, it's your movie is not funny, your friends are telling you nonsense, like you don't want to go there because grass is not green anymore or sky is not blue anymore. It's projected into the world, your feeling. Or if you're in love, birds start singing, sun starts shining, like everything is affected. You are not just directed to one person, it's directed to the world in general. And it's a very important to understand, like if you have this feelings inside of you, everything will be affected. With emotions, it's much easier. You can only deal with one person and it will be could be resolved. Okay, 2 more steps. Next one, specified. And you can describe emotion with one word: anger, happy, joyful, what is else? Ashamed, fear. Let's see. I'm interested in something, or I feel guilt, or any other resentment, emotions that you can name, you can label them, you can identify them. Feelings, there are many layers of feelings, many emotions integrated in one feeling, and it's become very complex, and it's hard to understand them. They're incomprehensible. They're hard to understand. Like today you feel like when you're in love, today you could feel joy, tomorrow you can feel fear about this person, and it could be different aspects of the feeling, because feeling will be touching different emotions, and it will be expressed through different emotions. But again, the inner state and inner experience will be very complex. As I already mentioned before, writers use poems or books to describe some feelings, some very complex people with complex feelings, when emotions, like you can label very simple, like children usually like, oh, you're angry right now, because for children, they express emotions openly. The emotion starts to be created through the age from 2 till 5 in most cases, and they develop later, but it still be like the whole aspects of different emotions are created, and they learn how to express their emotions. They're supposed to be angry and happy and joyful, and they need to learn how to express emotions. But feelings are creating during the first year of our life, and the feelings really created through the how your mother attended to your needs. Did your mother felt what you needed at that time? Because baby can cry for different reasons. Baby could be hungry, baby could be wet, baby could be bored and it just needs an entertainment, or it could have a it's cold and it needs just some warmth. So there could be different needs for the baby. And if mother, during the first year of our life, did not pay attention, or we, for some reason, were separated from our mother and nobody really satisfied our needs, we did not learn how to satisfy our needs. And in this case, our feelings could be solid without attachment or interaction with our emotions, and they can be actually very opposite to emotions. But I'll be back and we will discuss. If you had any images, we will talk about specific situations in your cases. So last one, we remain the same in emotions. Today, I'm like very angry at you, but nothing really changed inside of me. I'm not a new person after this anger. Yes, you upset me, but I will calm down and I still be the same. I don't want to change my life because I'm angry at you for 5-8 minutes. Feelings are different. If you experienced grief, if you really experience love, they're transformational. They change you completely. It's changed your perception of yourself, and it's changed the perception of the world. It creates it has a potential for personal growth, for personal for spiritual growth as well. So you can, after deep feelings, you go to the next level. Or you could be stuck in such feelings. And it's, again, it's a transformational. You like, you've heard many times like, oh, this person never been the same after such a situation, after such a drastic experience of feelings. So we need to understand the difference. So emotions is a language. It's a very universal. Animals have the same emotions, and we can understand them without any words. They can be expressed differently. Cats can hold the tail, dog can put the down tail, but again, we can learn the language and we can understand them. But feelings are private, very unique. They infuse our life. They really affect much bigger horizons of our lives, because they are projected to the world and how we see the world through the filters of our emotions. Okay, so this is what I wanted to tell you about emotions, the difference between them. And now I can come back to your chat. And if you have any particular questions about your unique planet, if this information was helpful for you or not, please let me know. If you have any comments, let me know, because this is something that I wanted to specifically to share with you. So, because it's a big topic, and when we try to say that, like, oh, I'm very emotional person, the emotional person is not always, yes, you can express your emotions, but do you really go deeper, or you just react to what is coming to you outside? Because if any asteroid is hitting the planet will react. There will be emotions. But does this asteroid is really affecting feelings? Does this changing you, or you are trying to protect your feelings and without any changes? So this is a very important, the difference. We can be emotional, but still don't have access and connections to our feeling. The most important aspects of feelings, like how am I connected with my feelings? Do I listen to myself or not? It's if you regularly ask yourself and try to find the answer, it's maybe not so easy. What do I want? Especially if your core of your planet is very solid, and there is no interaction between your feelings and outside crust, you can ask this question regularly in a simple daily life. Do I want to eat meat or do I want to eat fish today? Do I want to wear blue or do I want to wear brown? So you really ask yourself, you pay attention, you become a parent for your inner baby. So you can nurture it, be really curious and supportive and satisfy your needs. Like, I'm hungry, what do I want to eat? I am bored, where do I want to go? So this is a very important when we ask ourselves, what do I want? One more thing that I wanted to mention, I want to come back to the layers and just one small detail for you to know when they really developed, at which age, and if you had any separations with your parents or had some drastic experience that during that time, you may notice where you need to pay attention and maybe ask for professional psychologist therapy or body-oriented therapy that could be very helpful for you as well. So the first, the center, the yellow one, the soul creative impulse is implanted in us during the conceiving time. This is my belief. This is nothing scientific about it. This is how I see it. So I want you to be aware of it. I don't want to say that this is a scientific approach. This is my personal approach to it. So the first, the heart of the planet is developed during the conceiving time. And it's not even developed. It's just like a seed planted and it starts growing. The next one, the feelings. Feelings can start developing during the pregnancy and first year of your life. The pregnancy, if something happens for your mother during the pregnancy, it affects everything. When mom was scared, like something scared her, like accident or the dog, it could be some noise or some drastic experiences, the fetus will be experiencing as the world collapsing, and this fear will be integrated in the body, and you can look at the world later when you are 40, 50, 60 years, it doesn't matter. Your body still has this body experience of fear, that world is not safe. Can you imagine, like when you're in a uterus and it just starts contracting, and the emotions are with hormones, with the food of your mom, just was absorbed for the baby as well. Or if your mom was relaxed and you felt like everything is perfect, no drastic experiences, it will be different, a different view of life. So it's a very important to understand. But again, we can help ourselves, we can remind, we can take care of this baby. Like, you just pay attention what this baby wants, how this baby wants to be fed, how this, like, is it warm for you, is it nice for you? Like, allow yourself to use your inner parent to help your inner baby and satisfy physical needs and satisfy different needs as well. So the second, feelings developed until the one, sometimes 18 months old, 1 year or 18 months old. So the emotions, most of the emotions children learn how to express them through the age of from 2 till 5. The peak, most of them learn through age 3 to 5, but 2 to 5, they learn how to express, how to be angry, how to be happy, how to deliver this emotional message to the world, and how people understand. When your baby cannot talk, you still understand what they want. So the next one, the body. Body takes years to develop because it's changing so much. And it's usually developed through the age 4 till the teens age, like till 15, 16. If you see, most of the teens are fully grown or mostly grown till the age of 16. So this is a development of the body from 4 till 16. And the last but not least, the behavior, your social rules, your social adaptation and ways to deliver the message to the society or to your family or to your people next to you. This is usually developed through the age 6 till 7, but it's keep developing till you're adult and sometimes till the very end of your life. So there is no really time limits how long you can spend to learn how to behave well in society. So this is a very important. And again, look at those ages. Do you remember anything? Do you have any stories? And maybe you pay attention. Okay, maybe I need to pay a little bit more attention to my emotions. And how do I deliver? Do I use my face? Do I use my hands? Like some cultures are very expressive, like they use hands, like Italians, or they can be very solid, but they use different language. Like the Japanese, they don't use their hands to express their emotions, but they use rituals like the bowing or honoring some people. So there is always language, your body language, your face language. And at the end of our life, of course, because we use your face so much to deliver the language of emotions, we have this life reflected on our face. There are in different cultures, there is a face readings that look at the way your wrinkles reflect the most common emotions that you expressed during your life. So there a different topic, and it's very interesting as well about face reading. Okay, I feel like I delivered so much. Seeing the side-by-side depiction is gold, makes crystal clear. Nice. Mm-hmm. So again, I will, if you are a member of our channel on Telegram, this screens will be posted there for this structure of the planet and layers of the planet and what is common, what is not. You can always review this video again and make notes for yourself, and it will be helpful for you. Or if you have any questions, you can always ask them, or comments, or your experience, to share your experience in the comments lines under the video. So it's always interesting to read them, what you learned about yourself, what you learned. Maybe you learned about somebody else. Maybe you learned a little bit about your children as well. So it's, but again, the ultimate goal of all these meetings, live meetings, is to learn and help ourselves to feel alive. And it's never too late to change. Maybe it will be a long journey. Sometimes it can take years, but it's always beneficial for us to live and experience life fully. So this is my attitude for this information I share with you. Can you repeat age for feelings ring and emotions ring? So feelings ring is usually developed during the pregnancy. If everything is fine, there will be just trusting. And the first year of life. First, in some cases, 18 months also, but it's an infant. It's like infant when you're infantile. Infantile is a little bit different, but yes, when you're infant, you're developing your feelings. And the reason, because you learn how the world satisfies your needs. And how, because world and I, during the first year of your life, especially first 3 months of your life, are the same. There is no boundaries between baby and the world. I experienced like how I satisfied my needs, how my mom satisfies my needs, but there is no separation between I and mom. Mom is part of me, and it's not just my mother's breath, it's my breath. I want to feed, and the world provides me. Thank you so much. I have a lot to think about. How do I find motivation? Motivation. Motivation is all, in my opinion, again, is about how do I want to satisfy my needs? What kind of needs do you have right now? And if you have something that is very important for you, dear for you, like feeding, there will be high motivation to do it. But if you don't have motivation, it means there is no need to be satisfied. Maybe there is another need right now that is more important for you. Try to look in your life, like what kind of need do I have right now? And this will create stronger motivation for you, because it's always very important to understand that when we don't listen to ourselves, when we don't know what we want, we take somebody else's motivations to move our forward. Okay, I've seen other people want money, so I need to go and make money. But if it's not your need, there will be no really energy given to it. So we need to separate our own motivations and our manipulations from other people to us. So it's you need to, first of all, is it my need, or do I want to satisfy somebody else's need? Or do I want to walk somebody else's shoes in this satisfaction? If you, for example, if your motivation to have an education, like this is a random example, is it your desire to have a better life and better education, or is it your parents told you, like, you need to learn because we have fear that we need to support you later? So is it their motivation? Is it their desire and needs to be satisfied by your actions or not? So we need to be very honest to ourselves. And it could be your desire, maybe your motivation not to have the education in this case, but maybe to have a peace with your parents. It could be good motivation as well. Another thing that I wanted to mention, most of us are parents, and we see how many mistakes we've done. So it's hard to expect that our own parents could be different. They maybe had even less instruments to do it. So we don't try to blame somebody for our disconnection between emotions and feelings. Like life, it is what it is. But now you have this ability to use your inner parent to pay more attention to your inner child and help it and satisfy its needs. It will take years to grow this relationship, but it's your own responsibility to take care of your life. It's impossible, and it's I believe it's not the right decision to try to expect your parents to change. It's impossible, or to expect that somebody will heal you. You have this ability. Just ask yourself every day, like, what do I want today? What do I want to experience in my life? So next class, we are going to have a class about taste of life. The taste of life and how we can satisfy and expand the taste for life. There will be, I will think about it, but I feel it will be a good continuation about life and about feeling alive. So any questions, or is it a good point to stop? Again, if you have any questions, you can always type your questions in the comment line under the video, or you can join our Telegram channel where you can ask them and receive the answers within a few days. I try to be very attentive. Okay, so thanks a lot. Thank you for joining us. The next time we'll see you in next week. It will be June. It's hard to believe it's already June. And we will talk about taste, the taste of life. So thanks a lot. Thank you, and bye-bye.